Hello everybody, hope you're all keeping well. Pat here, another day in lockdown. So I thought I'd do a wee recipe for you. Soda bread, we'll be making this soda bread. I made this one this morning, lovely, smells beautiful. So we'll begin by looking at the ingredients. And the ingredients is flour, salt, baking soda, or bicarbonate of soda, buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, what you can do is you can get regular milk and put a tablespoon of lemon juice or a tablespoon of white wine vinegar into it. Stir it round and wait for 5 minutes and you'll have a version of buttermilk. But of course, using buttermilk, the real thing, is far better. And of course, last but not least, a wee bit of melted butter. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to dust my tray with flour. This will stop it sticking. You can use greaseproof if you want. I'll put that aside. And I'll get my bowl. The first thing we're going to do is measure in 2 cans of plain flour. So that's 1 can in there. And we'll do another. So I just actually stir the flour around before you start measuring in, just to loosen it up, because it gets packed when it's sitting for a while, and you want to stir it up just to get the right measurement. And don't press it down or anything. So we're getting there. One thing while I'm doing this, I'll say, try and measure this thing out at night so you'll have everything ready in the morning. Mix your dry ingredients. And just mix your dry ingredients the night before, covered in cling film or a cloth, and it's ready for mixing with your wet ingredients in the morning. This bread's better made in the morning, so you get the use of it out of the whole day. So that's the flour out of the way. Next in is the salt. Sprinkle that all around. Get that out of the way. Now the bread soda. It's 1.5 teaspoons for this, so we'll level it off. Shake it all around again, and 1/2 again. That's all the dry ingredients in there. So just to mix them through, we don't have a sieve, so just mix them through like this with a whisk or a spoon of some kind, just to distribute the ingredients fully all over. Now, making a well in the centre. Very simple recipe, but it yields a lovely loaf of bread. So now the recipe calls now just for 1 can of milk, of buttermilk. So get that in there. And there we are, put that in. I'm not going to put it all in, I'm going to leave a wee bit beside. You know, every time you do this recipe, sometimes you need less and sometimes you need more buttermilk. As well as that, I'm going to just put in a wee bit of melted butter. So that's 1, let's see, 1, 2. Leave that aside. Now we just stir in the flour gradually. Remember, get the kids to help with this recipe, get them stirring and measuring in the cans. So it doesn't take too long. Just going to mix it until I have to put my hands in and finish it off. Now at this stage you could put in raisins, or you put the cinnamon with the flour. You can put Parmesan cheese and black pepper. You can do sun-dried tomatoes. There's loads of different flavours that you can do with this here. You can even, we used to get treacle scones when we were young, and we loved that as a treat. I'm going to use another wee bit of the milk, and we love that. So you just mix the treacle in with the milk, and whatever your imagination, whatever your imagination allows you to do. So that's that. Now I'm going to put a wee bit of flour in my hands, just to scoop that off out of the road. Simple as that. I'm going to flour my hands now, help for the thing. What I'm going to say about this dough here is, first of all, you have to do it in a big bowl. You don't want a wee small bowl. Use a fairly big bowl, and just, you don't want to mix it too much. I'd say kneading it, you could knead it for probably 4 or 5 times like that there, if you see what I'm doing. But we don't need a lot of kneading. See, that's come together there lovely, isn't it? Now, so I'm going to put that on the bench, put the flour on the bench. Of course, the benches have been cleaned, and of course my hands are clean as well. Now, that's that. So it's just a matter of bringing it together. Do that there. Bring it together. Simple as that. And I'm going to get my board now, or the tray I should say. Now, before I started this, obviously I had my oven is preheating at 180. This is going to centigrade. This is going to take 35 minutes, not much more. Keep an eye on it at 35. Now, what I'm going to do now is just get a bit of butter. I'm going to have butter on top of it. Some people sprinkle flour on it. At your own choice, whatever you've got. This is a recipe that can take a lot of variations. But as I said, get it done early in the morning, and it's lovely eating that day. The next day, what you can do is you can use it for making cheese on toast or something like that. There, toast the scone and then put the cheese on. You know what I mean? It's lovely. And the following day, you can even actually make bread and butter pudding out of it or something like that. There. So it's not going to go to waste. But I guarantee it'll not last too long, because in my house, when we were growing up, the bread never got cooled. It was always eaten beforehand. My mother could always just tell us to stay away from it, but the minute her back was turned, we had it eaten, you know. So, now, the last thing, but not least, is we're going to make a cross in the I don't have a knife at the minute, so I'm going to make a cross right down here. Do you see that? Right down 3/4 of the way. I told you this recipe, if you don't have a knife, you can still do it. There's always a way of doing things.